Welcome to another episode on our channel. So we're still continuing on with our World War I series. This, of course, is a soldier from France. And I know it's a Dragon and Dreams figure. I believe it's Pascal Dubois. Of course, I didn't like the head sculpt, so I changed it. Took a head. This is my first mustache I ever tried to do it. It's made of steel stick and then painted. I didn't have magic sculpt at the time. So anyway, this is years ago. But I was happy with the outcome. I think I have all the accessories. He looks well accessorized, but we'll get to him in a bit. I know we talked about when the war began in 1914, when it ended in 1918. We talked about the origins of the war, starting with Austria, Hungary, and Serbia, and what kind of precipitated, or what was the straw that broke the camel's back, was the assassination of the heir to the throne in Austria, Hungary, and his wife by Bosnian Serb. But we haven't really talked about the toll on human life that resulted from this war that started out with two territories. I mean, Austria, Hungary, and Serbia, and then all these countries jumping in to the Allied powers, to the Central powers. But the estimates are that there, and depending on what source you consult, right, how countries kept numbers, the estimates that there were over 40 million casualties, and perhaps between 9 and 11 million military personnel deaths, between 6 and 13 million civilian deaths. All told, one estimate is that all deaths, all told, between 15 and 22 million deaths. And truly worldwide. I'm just going to go through the list here of deaths that were recorded. Australia, Canada, India, New Zealand, Newfoundland, South Africa, United Kingdom, Belgium, France, Greece, Italy, Japan, Montenegro, Portugal, Romania, Russia, Serbia, United States. That's on the Allied side, Allied powers. And then on the Central powers side, Austria, Hungary, Bulgaria, Germany, Ottoman Empire. And then we have the neutral side, Denmark, Luxembourg, Norway, Persia, Sweden, Albania, and Liechtenstein. So a lot of deaths, a lot of casualties. But that pales in comparison. That's pretty bad in terms of, if you're looking at overall estimates of deaths between maybe 15 and 22 million, when you look at military personnel and civilians. But when you look at World War II, it's even worse. The estimates are that 50 to 85 million deaths. So when any war is tragic, but when we're talking about wars that affect a lot of different countries, it's even more tragic and desperate and so on. So yeah, that was sad to read. So many deaths. And we still haven't learned our lesson. We're still fighting. We're not war-free today, right? Whether we'll be heading into a world war anytime soon, who knows? You just don't know anymore. So yeah, we're not war-free, that's for sure. But anyway, we will pause this. This, of course, is the French soldier during World War I. I don't have his hat on because that kind of covers his face too much. But we will talk about what he has on, and we'll do the panning up from the feet all the way up to the face, and we'll do the side to side, or do a turnaround and then get a close-up of his face. We'll be right back. So this Dragon in Dreams character has boots that are leather-like, if not leather itself. It has not deteriorated over time. His hat is at his feet. And then he has an 1886 label. His pants have a yellow stripe on the side, and the jacket underneath the coat isn't the same color. The coat itself is just a shade off, but it matches the canteen on the side there. You see the bayonet for the label and the sheath that's holding it, the magazine pouches, and so forth. You've got shoulder straps that will hold the backpack. We'll see that in a bit. And of course, the head sculpt that was modified with a mustache. And yeah, he looks pretty darn good. So we'll pause and do the side from, or go all the way around from the hands on up. We'll be right back. We are back, and you can see the leather-like sheath and or scabbard, whatever you want to call it, and the bayonet. And it's got a white attachment there. You can see the pouches on the side, the canteen, which matches the jacket here. It's dead on. And as we turn him, we're going to see what's on his back. Before that, we're going to see his insignia, his rank. And of course, there's the backpack with the bedding. And I imagine in here is a container for food, that sort of thing. And you can see at the bottom here, he's holding the label. But he looks really, really good. Nice color. Great for this head sculpt. Anyway, so we'll pause now and get a tighter close-up of his face. So here's the head sculpt I chose for this Frenchman. This was, I am sure, my first attempt at a mustache. It didn't go too bad. It's steel stick, I believe. It seems to have worked out fine. Yeah, not too bad for a first attempt. I should add, there's one thing I just caught just now that I do need to address. Sometimes when you have snaps on, right here, snaps on articles of clothing, they show. I need to sew that together or do something so it's not showing. It's a little irritating when that happens. But these are regular size snaps that are going to protrude out with a jacket like this, unfortunately. So regardless, we'll get that fixed down the road. So here's what I have so far for World War I Allied powers. The Frenchman, we just saw the Brit and the American. Not too long ago, I showed you a Tsarist, and that would be the Russian soldier before the Bolshevik Revolution. We'll bring him back out because we're doing a different format of kind of giving you more details from the feet on up to the face. And I think we should maintain that new pattern because I think something gets lost in the translation when we just do the far away pose and then we do the halfway up pose, kind of side to side, or do a full circle. I think we lose some things in terms of the details from the torso on down. So I'm starting to like this new format. I hope it's helpful. You know, I really like the World War I set I do have. I don't like that we had World War I, but I do like the figures that Dragon and Dreams came out with. So this is a Dragon and Dreams figure, at least not that, I'm not sure about the head sculpt, the origins of the head sculpt for any of these figures, but these are all Dragon and Dreams figures. The Tsarist, the Russian soldier, is Q Orange, actually. Q Orange is kind of making inroads with, military figures, like Civil War figures and unique figures that haven't been seen before. So yeah, so 3 Dragon and Dreams from a few years back, and then some Q Orange figures will be showing up. If I can get a hold of the Japan one, it will be a Q Orange figure. So, and I hope to try to make a Austria Hungary soldier. I hope to make a Bulgarian soldier too, to give a little more representation to the Central Powers side. Can't make all of the soldiers on the Allied side. There were way too many to count, but Japan definitely would like to add. If I could create an Italian representative soldier, I think I'll try, because they did enter the war in 1915. United States and China, 1917. So China would be nice to add to, but we'll see what happens. You can only do what you can do. So I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. If you have, consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, please have a great day.